Hey guys, it's Sig from Adapt and Overcome Airsoft. I just wanted to bring you guys a quick video today about what you're going to need for a Airsoft game if you're a beginner or intermediate player. First in my hands is a gun. You're obviously going to need a gun. If you're a beginner, I would suggest a G&G combat machine. If you're not into M4s, I suggest a Cyma AK. I know Elite Force makes pretty good M4s also, M4, M16. Term is almost synonymous. M4s, M16s, JG makes a pretty good AUG if you're in the AUGs. But this is my gun. This is a custom gun I built, me and my friend built. So, just really any gun in the $150 to $200 price range is good. Stay away from Walmart. They make shitty guns, shitty ammo. The only thing I would buy at Walmart would be CO2. But yeah, if you just get a good $150 to $200 gun, then you'll be set for just like either a backyard or a small pickup game if you have a pro shop that hosts it. Next, you're going to need a battery. This is a Vulcan 11.1 LiPo. I recently upgraded to LiPos. I used 9.6 batteries for the longest time, actually ever since I ever started playing. 9.6s are really good. They're really reliable. They last a while in a gun. Like, I mean, I own 3 9.6s and I'd go through maybe one a game, and that would last all my testing after. But now I'm up to 11.1s, which it's higher voltage, higher discharge, so I can get really fast rates of fire and good trigger response. That's also a half get 11.1. But as an intermediate beginner player, I'd suggest a 9.6 battery. But if you're going up to intermediate to competition grade guns that will be able to handle an 11.1 point LiPo, I would suggest VFC, G&P, Crytek, even if you got the money. Crytek makes fantastic guns. But if you're just starting out, stay with a combat machine. Cyma AK, Elite Force, M4, and use a 9.6 with those. But next, obviously, you're going to need a magazine. This is a PTS mag. I have 3 of these, I think. I mostly use the Elite Force 140 round mid caps. I find those feed very well. And if any of you are wondering what this tape is, it's for my mag well, so I can fit mags. I use the Elite Force 140s. Those are very good mags. They're I think you can get 10 for about $56. They're all mid caps like this, so you don't have to wind them on the bottom. They're a lot quieter. They feed a lot better. You load them with the speed loader, but the downside is that you won't get as much ammo. I think this is 80 rounds. I think this is an 80 round mag. The Elite Forces are 140. So with a gun, with like just any stock gun that you get, you'll probably get a 350 round high cap. Which if you're a starter, that's really good. But if you're wanting to get into Milsim gameplay and like more serious gameplay, I know some fields will only allow mid caps. I mean, Milsim West only allows mid caps, I think, unless you're a support gunner. I have my Stoner 96 back there. So unless you're a support gunner, they won't allow high caps. And for any of you, the Crytek LMG is not a support gun. The real gun it's based off of is classified as a light machine gun, but it's an M4 with a belt-fed upper kit. So, I'm a huge realistic stickler. So, but the Crytek LMG, if any of you want to buy an LMG, the Crytek LMG will not be allowed at fields. It will count as an M4. But next, now that we've got gun, battery, and a mag, is ammo. So, first, I just want to start this. Don't buy anything at Walmart or Dick's. You want to buy good, clean ammo, clean polished ammo. I use again, Vulcan stuff because it's amazing. I use Vulcan .28s. I know my friend uses Elite Force .3s, which are good for his gun because his gun is a laser beam. You can find just any of that ammo at like Evic, Airsoft GI. Up here in New England, we have Army Barracks, which is a Army-Navy store. So I buy all my ammo from there. But if you can, and if you have a local airsoft shop, you want to support them. So go out and buy stuff from them. So you want to get good ammo. Don't buy anything at Walmart or Dick's or Sports Authority or I don't know what anyone else has for sporting goods stores. But you want to buy from an actual airsoft retailer. And also stay away from Crazy NC Man's website. He may say he sells the best ammo, but I bought a bottle of ammo from him and I was not impressed. But if any of you don't know who Crazy NC Man is, look him up on YouTube. He's a huge dick to a lot of the younger airsoft community. He's a huge dick to a lot of the airsoft people. He came up to New England a couple years ago, and he came up to one of the local fields in New England a couple years ago, and one of my friends at my local airsoft store doesn't like him a lot. He was just a huge asshole. So stay away from Walmart and Crazy NC Man's ammo. Next, this will be for some more intermediate players. Is a sidearm. This is my personal sidearm. I just need to get a new mag for it. This is my Maruzen 5.7. I'm a huge FN fan. FN awesome. I've had my gun go down in the field plenty of times. A sidearm, a good CO2 or green gas sidearm, depending on how hot it is near you, can save your life. I've had this gun go down, or my M4 go down a couple times in the field, and I've staved off a couple people with my sidearm. I mean, get a good sidearm. If your gun has the misfortune to go down the field, your battery dies, and you don't have another one on you, a good sidearm can save your life in combat scenarios. So, all right, next, getting into gear. You want to get good eye protection. Eye protection is the most key safety element in airsoft. I've seen people play without eye protection. It's a stupid thing to do, and it makes the sport look bad. I've seen people lose eyes. I've seen people get teeth shot out. Good eye protection is always a necessity. These are ESS goggles. You can pick them up from your Army-Navy store. I tore out all the foam because it fogs. So I also put ventilation holes on the sides and the bottom. So again, it won't fog. So I can just sit in one place and it won't fog. But these are only like $17 again at an Army-Navy store. And where is it? For people who are you really don't want to lose teeth, I would suggest one of these. It's a mesh face mask. I got this on Evic for about $15. I mean, it just goes on your face, and then you slap your goggles on top of it, and if you have a helmet or anything, you can run that. But yeah, it's about $15. It's a definite good buy. If you want to make sure your teeth are protected. Also, this one protects your ears. My friend runs one that's just a half, so it goes up and around. It doesn't have the ear protection, but eye and face protection are both very important. So I would suggest picking up one of these. If your field doesn't allow mesh masks, give me one sec. This is my old mask. It is a safe face mask. You won't get it in this design. I painted that myself. So again, full face. I also took out the thing over here. So definitely don't cheap out on eye protection. ESS goggles are good. Boogie regulators are good. Peltor makes some really good goggles called the Warthogs. My dad uses those when he plays. But yeah, definitely get good eyewear. Also in some milsim events, they'll allow you to use Oakley M-frames or Oakley glasses. If you're just starting out, I wouldn't suggest dropping $100 on Oakleys just to play Airsoft. But if you start getting into more and more serious competitions and stuff, you definitely want to get good eyewear. Also, ski goggles are not approved. There's a thing called an ANSI rating, which rates how strong the goggles are. Ski goggles are not approved. The first thing I did when I got an Airsoft gun is put a hole through a pair of ski goggles, testing them. So you do not want to use ski goggles. And let me think. So next you want to get good boots. I've seen tons of people roll their ankles at events that I've been at because they're wearing sneakers. Most Airsoft arenas are outdoors, so I would suggest a good pair of boots. Those are my old pair. Those are just Converse combat boots. What I use now are Reebok Combats, which are pretty good. I think they were like 80, 90 bucks at again, Army Barracks. So, they're very good. They're very... For boots, they're cheap. I mean, you could get Gore-Tex Magnums for about 200, 300 bucks, but any pair of boots, like if you have a pair of Timberlands at home that you do yard work in, those will work. But you just want something with a little more protection than a sneaker. Alright, next, we've got gloves. These are my gloves I use. I use Mechanic M-Packs, which are really, really good gloves. They're flexible. They vent pretty good, and they're also really warm in the winter if you play. I got these for about 30 bucks at AutoZone. Also, they are very good protection. I've been shot in the knuckles more times than I can count. But these have padding on the whole back, so I can flex easy. Also, you can type if you have a computer or your phone. I think these ones have the pads for typing, but I'm not sure about the other ones, about other Oakleys. I mean, not Oakleys, other mechanics gloves. But you definitely want to have gloves. And the last thing I want to show you guys is this. Alright, so for people who are watching, and if you know anything about Airsoft, and you're wondering why I haven't said about a vest or a plate carrier, I've seen people in t-shirts and shorts, combat boots, and a dye I4 mask run around and have the greatest time. I wouldn't say camouflage is necessary, but I mean if you want to hide it is. I wouldn't say a vest is necessary, but like if you're running like a frickin' 5,000 round box mag, you don't need a vest. It really depends on personal preference. Like, I have a plate carrier that I keep all my mags in. I have 8 magazine capacity slots on my plate carrier, and that's just how I run my gear. So it really depends if you want to run a lot of magazines and not reload, or run one magazine and just carry a bottle of ammo in your pocket. It really depends on your style play, but I mean, camouflage isn't necessary, a vest isn't necessary. I mean, if you want to do milsim, it basically is, but it's not necessary for your everyday, either backyard or like a event at, just using California as an example, like just an event at SC Viper or this Tac City. I think there for a sec. So really, camouflage isn't necessary. It's just encouraged, I guess. But what I would suggest as your last thing to have in an Airsoft game is a Leatherman. This is the Leatherman MUT for multi-ultimate tool. This is the one that's developed for a real AR-15. So you've got standard knife, saw. You've got, I mean, for a real AR-15, a carbon scraper, a breakdown tool, and then you've got screwdrivers, Allen keys, and then the pliers. I would suggest definitely having tools, because if your gun breaks at a field and you don't know how to fix it, chances are someone will know how to fix your gun. So if you have tools and they may not, they can use your tools to fix your gun. So if you have tools at a game, go for it. Like, if you have tools and someone else's gun breaks, you can say, I have tools but I don't know how to fix it. Maybe someone can. Tools are I've had my gun break at a bunch of games. Tools are the greatest thing to have, because, I mean, it's the difference between either cutting your day short or fixing your gun and keep going. So that's really all I really thought of. This is just standard. I mean, this isn't, I'm not saying I'm the end-all, be-all for stuff that you need for an airsoft game, but this is just what I suggest for having, like, first or second time. But really, there's a lot of fantastic sources on the internet. There's Airsoft GI. I wouldn't suggest Airsoft GI, actually. I suggest Evike. Jet the Desert Fox does a lot of good stuff. Airsoftology, Jonathan does a lot of good stuff. So, this is just my opinion. I would also suggest gathering other opinions across the internet. So, thanks for watching, guys. I will try to have a review on my gun soon, and I will catch you guys later.